The Shadow over Speedrunning by EmptyHero. A man sits alone in his childhood bedroom. The world rotates without him. He used to have friends and a family, but that was before the devils crept inside his skull and obsession took hold. A rectangle on his desk streams pleasing lights into his lusterless eyes. His fingers ache from clutching a plastic controller designed to be held by a child. He hasn't been touched in years. Transfixed, he does not hear his parents arguing in the kitchen. He's completely forgotten that he was supposed to go outside today, get a job, look the boss man in the eye, and give him a firm handshake for $7 an hour. Even an entry-level dishwasher of a son would be less of an embarrassment than him. He has spent the past 20 years of his life playing video game, not video games, plural, but video games, singular. The urge to complete the Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, while collecting the maximum amount of treasures and simultaneously avoiding using any major glitches, has supplanted his soul. In his mind's eye, he is Link, the hero of time, on a quest to save time itself, one golden split at a time. In reality, he has become a shadow, eclipsed by the veil of time now past, behind which the nothingness his life has become continues to decay. To save 17 seconds in a game he first beat at the age of 12, he has spent the past 2 decades alone in his room playing Ocarina of Time over and over again. Often he doesn't make it past the tutorial before resetting due to a 1/10 of a second, being lost to random bad luck. That's what his life is after all. Random bad luck. That's different than failure. Each reset means watching the game's opening cutscene for the millionth plus nth time. The neighbors have ceased to ask about him. His face is a vague memory to those he once called peers. They glance past him in yearbooks, like one might avert their gaze to avoid staring at a stranger. What was his name again? Oh, it doesn't matter. He'll eventually reject that name along with the identity given to him at birth. No, he must have a vaguely Japanese-sounding name, perhaps a woman's. Why not? If women won't touch him, he can always dress like one and touch himself. Like speedrunning. Our subject, fucking himself with a Pringles can full of warm grape jelly while wearing his mother's Sunday dress, is simply more efficient than dating. His kind are among us, twisted abominations projecting their delusions only so far as their eyes can see. And in the colliginous womb of their room, all they can see is their own aging reflection during loading screens. But oh, those alluring lights on the screen hold back reality if only for the seraphic moments between resets. He refuses to turn off the game, knowing that the darkness is creeping closer, waiting to consume him, and within that void only the self he loathes would remain. What luck! He randomly picked up 3 bombs from a bush instead of 2, which will potentially save him 1/10 of a second if he continues the run for another hour. In that time, the woman he could have married will get fucked by her dog instead. His name is Mr. Maloonigan, a schnoodle. I'm not lying, damn. 6 seconds before he could have used that extra bomb, the random number generator caused him to pick up only 3 rupees instead of 5, making the previous hour of work obsolete. Better not go outside for another week. He'll have to formulate a backup strat on the off chance the same RNG occurs after all. The cushion of his $300 gamer chair reeks of the semen slathered into the nylon and the feculent Red Bull farts, which surround him like a gibbous aura. Every thrust of his beet red penis into a striped gym sock causes his mother in the other room to weep. The squeaking of that gamer chair may as well be the beating heart of the child she meant to have. And just as her dreams of raising a normal son have gone to waste, the palpitations end with a cum load in the sock instead. It's cold inside. Might as well wear it, he decides. His indiscretion is palpable. You could wallpaper a house with his blankets. His room reeks so much of shrimp and dick that you'd think you'd have buried your face in a gay whale's asshole. But there is a payoff.
All right, after 20 years in isolation, our subject completes a speed run with several lucky dice rolls which enable him to attain the world record. He calls his mother into the room to tell her the good news. She slaps him in the face and leaves with her cum-splattered Sunday dress instead.
How was he supposed to know she wanted it? For Christ's sake, it was only Tuesday. Dad will understand, though. He's the one who bought our subject the game in the first place. They were celebrating a birthday then. They could celebrate again, if only for one more time. "Papa, look!" The subject screams, his gnarled, feces-encrusted finger pressed against the newly updated Ocarina of Time 100% no major glitches leaderboard. But wait, Father simply furrows his brow and leaves. Our hero of time wasted turns to face the monitor, only to find that a child, 20 years his junior, has simply copied his strategies and broken the record on his 4th attempt. Our subject's record is now obsolete. He has traded 20 years of his life for 5 minutes atop the leaderboards. The child who beat him moves on to another hobby, keeping his picture on the cover of Guinness Book of World Records as a souvenir. SpeedRunning is using games to masturbate, but not to imp Midna's feet like a normal person. No, SpeedRunning is a testament to disposable time. The world demands you grind the particulates of your soul at work, socializing, building a life. These demands pull at a man so that he works on his days off, formulates his plans instead of sleeping, and wears himself down to a highly accomplished nub, too haggard to enjoy old age. But Princess Zelda doesn't judge you. Super Mario won't ever ask you to wash your penis and get a job. You're the hero, after all. You beat the game and made the red numbers turn gold for a moment. The credits fly by like the eulogy of vanquished foes, and the special thanks are for you. Oh, horrible, horrible thing! The man had descended into madness, consumed by his obsession for one single video game. His mind was a dark and twisted labyrinth of delusions, desires, and despair. The lights of the screen had lured him into a world of his own making, a place where he was the hero and time was his to control. But now, as he looked upon the newly updated leaderboard, he saw the truth. He was nothing, a shadow of a person eclipsed by a child who had taken his place. His world shattered, and the darkness crept in once more. He realized that he had been living a lie, and that his life had been nothing but a futile attempt to escape the inevitable. The demons of his mind consumed him, and in the end there was nothing left but the darkness. The man was gone, lost forever to the abyss. And this time, there will be no hitting reset.